Hi, I'm Mrs. McDonald, and I'm here to tell you some of the things that we did for our safari unit. Of course, usually whenever we have the kids come in, we have different things laying around like puzzles. Here's a little kid puzzle, and we talk about those, and sometimes we use them to go over the first letter of things. I had this two-sided puzzle for the bigger kids, and we chose to do this side, which was fun. And we have magnets for on the refrigerator. And we talk about elephant, E for elephant, and T for tiger, and L for lion. And Z was our letter of the week this week. And S for safari and S for snake were last week. And of course we had the giraffe and we had the cheetah. So we had that out pretty much all the time. And then we also had a bucket of animals, of course, out all the time. And the kids like to make rows of these. And so I actually got a pack of these animals. Like there were 5 of them for $5 at the Five Below, which I was really glad because I often pay more than that for the animals on Amazon. So anyhow, so those are some of the things we had laying out. And then we wanted to have hats, vests, and binoculars. And I tried to make the vests out of the paper bags, but mine did not fit right. As soon as we'd go to put it on, it would rip. So I just gave up on the vests. I wish I would have ordered them. However, we had given up on the hats, and I decided it was actually cheaper to order a dozen of these thin plastic hats than it was to try to even buy the quality of materials you would need for if you used a paper plate bowl and paper plate. If you use the quality that you would need for it to hold up, it would cost more than these because I got 12 for $9.99. Had I known I was going to order the vests, I would have ordered them all at once because I couldn't find the vests cheap enough without the hats. So anyhow, and then we had stickers, and we just let them put the stickers on wherever they wanted, okay? And we also made the binoculars. So ahead of time, we took 2 toilet paper rolls and popsicle sticks, and I glued those together with a glue gun and spray painted them. And then the kids picked out what kind of tape they wanted around the edge. I had some different ones I had ordered on Amazon yet again. And we also had them put stickers on it. So they had their binoculars and their hats. So that was cute. For learning time, one of the things that we used, I made these with the words, even though we were searching for the letters, because my kids are at the age where they're just learning how to use these, and some of them are really young. So I just decided to make some of them where I actually had the words, and then they could put these on. And this is not only helping when we go over the sounds, but it helps them using their fingers. And we had a lion and an elephant and a monkey and a tiger. So every time we do a unit, we're adding some. And I'm going to leave these laying out for whenever they come in a little box. Now that they're learning how to use them, I'll put all the ones we've used in the past for the year in a little basket for them. But I'll also have the most recent ones that I'll use during circle time. Some of the crafts that we made aside the hat and the binoculars. We used perler beads and pipe cleaners to make snakes. And I at first thought that the little kids wouldn't be able to do this. And of course you need to be with them to make sure they're not sticking them up their nose or anything. But even the little kids were able to do this. And I'm talking 2-year-olds. They were able to put these on the snake. They didn't have quite as long of an attention span, but they made it. And another thing that we did was we made Z for zebra. And I cut out the white strips and I cut out this shape, and then helped the kids glue them on. And actually, my 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old grandson did that face. I was so proud of him. But we had them glue these papers on for stripes, and that was fun. Another thing that we did, which I don't have a completed one to show you, but we had this shape of an elephant on a paper, and we just had them put the tissue paper, glue it all over them. Just glue, even if it went off that. And then we cut these out because the age of the kids that were making it, they were just too young to cut on the line, especially when it's covered partially with tissue paper. But we cut out the elephant, and then we had an ear that we covered and a tail that we covered, and they glued them on. And that was really cute. And another thing, which I don't have one to show you, but we used a paper plate and some stickers that have the little spot stickers. And we had the kids paint the plate yellow and put spots on it. And then we had like ears to glue on to make a cheetah. And one other thing that we did that I don't have one to show you is we had the shapes, the silhouettes of a rhinoceros and a giraffe. And then we gave them a piece of cardstock, a half a piece, and I had them glue whatever kind of safari-ish tape. I taped it across the top and bottom, and they painted and colored and everything with the brown and gold and green all over it, and then we glued those on, and it was really cute. One other thing that I just started, I guess this would be learning time, during whenever they come in and they just doodling around on my art easel, I'm just introducing this, and I think it's gonna be a hit with the kids, but I just made a Z, and then I showed them that they could get the markers and that they could make a rainbow Z. So I have it for next week for our next unit. I just put the letter we're using, and then I have all the markers under there, and when they come in, they can practice making the L. It's an L, by the way, leaf. But anyhow, they can practice making it with the rainbow colors. I thought that would be fun. Some of the books that we used that they loved, I actually read this one on my channel just because they loved it so much. And then I might read this one too. They on my channel. I haven't read any on my channel for so long. But anyhow, these are great books to get at the library. It was really cute. This one was probably the one that took the longest to read, but it even held their attention because it was really interesting about this rhinoceros that this Anna saved, and about how it grew up, and it was in the house part of the time. They liked this one. I read it a couple of times, and they liked this one. And then we had some other library books, just the older kid books, but they had a lot of pictures of like the zebra and the cheetah and the lion and the ostrich and things like that, so that they could just look at those whenever they felt like it. The videos that we used, I'll put a playlist below to show them. It was really hard to find videos that I liked. But we did have 3 that we used each time, in addition to the letters that we used, because we always use Jack Hartman, his letters. We like his letters because they always have them, draw them in the air, and we make funny sounds while we're doing it. But anyhow, it was hard to find a safari where it was like, the safari is, you know, on the savannah. That is what we wanted. And there were a lot of other things added to it, but I did find a few that we used, and I was happy, especially happy with 2 of them, but I won't tell you which 2. You just pick what you like. But I'll put those below, and if you feel like looking at the videos that we used, that's great. So anyhow, that's what we did for our safari unit, and now we're ready to start a new unit next week, and I'll hopefully be sharing that with you soon. Okay, bye. Happy teaching.